Hi, I'm Paul Wilson, creator of the Body Swing and the director of the Paul Wilson Golf School at Bears Best Las Vegas. In this tip, I'm going to teach you how to get that rotational type of golf swing, which is the swing that I teach. If you get this type of swing, this is a powerful, effortless, pain-free golf swing. Hopefully you enjoy this tip. If so, give me a thumbs up. Click on the red button to subscribe to my channel, then click on the bell so you're notified when I post new tips. And please tell all your friends about my tips. You know, there's a lot of other people out there that need help too. In this tip, I'm talking about the two axes in your golf swing. So if you don't know, in your golf swing, you want to have two axes, and that is between your head, your body, and each of your legs. So we're going to have one axis over here, and then we're going to have another axis over here. So easy way to understand this is just thinking about hitting a golf ball with your legs together or feet together. Okay, so if I had my feet together, I would have one axis: head, body, legs. Okay, club would be at the ball. I would make a perfect circle. Club would never enter the ground because I'm making a perfect circle around one axis. Now, once you separate your feet, that's when we have to have two axes in our golf swing. So if I separate my feet like this, I've got two bottoms and one top to an axis. All right, so to create circular rotation, you need an axis to turn around. So what I'd like you to do from right here, as you coil back, you're allowing your head to move a little bit so that you create your first axis between your head, your body, and your back leg. So right here, I'm going to move my head, create my first axis. Now, when I go in transition, I'm going to fire my lower body. So in the replanting and kind of shifting of the weight, the head does move forward slightly, and then it tilts backwards. This is our transition right here. So we're going to go here as we hit the ball. We're going to be like that as through the ball. Okay, then our head's going to move over here, creating a second axis between our head, our body, and our forward leg. So you got to imagine, if I start with my feet together like this and I end up over top of this leg to complete my swing, I have created an axis over here. So if I've created an axis over here, doesn't it make sense that I have to create an axis over here? And that's where people tend to go wrong. What they do is, your average person, well, even some better players, tend to not build the first axis because they keep their head too still over top of the ball. So remember, here's the bottoms, here's the top. So if you go like this and stay over top of the ball, your whole body is angled like that. Your axis is leaning towards the target. Now, if you don't go like this, by the time you hit that golf ball, let's say you're here and you turn. See, you would come way over the top on every single shot. You would sky your driver. You might blade your irons because you're going to hit too much of the ball first. Okay, so if you're hitting any of those shots, probably highly likely that your head is ahead of the ball in the downswing. Okay, you're not building the axes properly. So how do we get this? Well, just understand, if I'm standing here like this, I've got my feet here, my head is between my feet. What I want to do is I want to take my head and I want to move it over here, 3 to 5 inches, right here, 3 to 5 inches of head movement. Okay, so it moves a little bit like that. Now I'm building an axis between my head, my body, and my back leg by the time I get to the top of the backswing. Okay, that would be creating the first axis. Okay, now once I've completed the first one, it's going to be a lot easier to complete the second one. But I'm not going to go like this. I'm not going to build it over here and then lean forward. I'm going to transition from the ground up. So if I fire my lower, that's going to tip me backwards. So I'm here, I build the first axis, it tips like this. As I hit the ball and go through the ball, then my head moves forward, creating the second axis. And in that process, your golf swing is no longer a circle. It is an oval, okay? If you've ever seen the trace of a golf club head, you know, there's some videos out there that show the club head and they draw a little line on it. Yeah, it doesn't make a circle. It makes an oval. If you had one axis, it would make a perfect circle, but it doesn't. Every single golfer makes an oval. And that oval happens because you're building an axis over here and you're building an axis over here, and in that transition it tilts. Okay, that tilt is very important because if we've got the oval like this and we tilt it, that means that this side of the oval is descending. That's why you would take divots with irons. It descends. Okay, so I'm here like this, I tilt, now the club's on its way down as it hits the ball. It gets to the widest point after it hits the ball, and then it builds the second axis into the follow-through. All right, because your longer clubs are so long, they don't actually hit the ground. They are swinging on a flatter plane. Okay, that's why it doesn't take a divot with, let's say, your driver. All right, so hopefully you kind of understand it. We got to build an axis over here. We got to build an axis over here. So there's two axes in your golf swing, which creates an oval. One axis would create a circle, which is not the case in a golf swing. All right, so we got to move our head a little bit. So I've done a few tips on moving your head. I'm just going to recap, okay? Because I was somebody that did this back when I was probably about 15 years old. I would go like this and have this huge reverse pivot. My whole body was leaning this way, had all the weight on the wrong leg at the wrong time. So I had to fix this myself. So how did I do it? Well, I would take the ball like this. I'd look at the back of the ball, or I would take the label on the ball, the logo, right? I would point it this way, away from the target, on a tee, right? So if I go like that, I can just barely see the logo. Now from right here, if I move my head this way, I can clearly see the logo right there, okay? If I went like this, I don't see any logo at all. So that's how, one of the ways I did it. I would just look at the back of the ball, but look at the logo on the back of the ball right there. Okay, so you sit here like this. Now we take it back. See, there's the logo right there. Watch the logo as you hit the ball. Then your head goes over here, creating the second axis. Okay, so that's one way to do it. Another way to do it is to use your feet as a guide. So I thought of that as well as I was hitting golf balls. So I just thought to myself, okay, my feet are here like this. My head is here. When I go back, I'm going to take my head and literally move it over here. Okay, now it's not this, okay? I've had some people do this, and this is sideways. See, your whole body is leaning this way. That is not what we're trying to get. I'm trying to get you to angle slightly away from the target, okay? So right here, I'm going to move my head, or my nose, let's say, over my back instep, right here at the top. So you want your nose over your instep. Now you're gonna fire from the lower body, but when you do that, your head is gonna stay back here. We're gonna get this angle, okay, as we hit the ball. Then our head's gonna move over here, creating the second axis. And again, I know there are people out there teaching you to keep your head still. I want you to try this. Let's see if this gives you a better result, okay? I know it will, because I've been teaching this for a long, long time. And when I get people that are here, and then they move their head over here, they start to load their weight, and that's what I want. I need you to load your weight so you can start using your legs and hips to hit the ball, not your hands and arms to hit the ball, okay? And it'll allow you to get the golf club on plane. So if I go like this, I'm over here and I lean forward. See, I'm going to send the club over the top all day long. That's me going like this. If I lean forward, club comes way over the top. If I'm like this, the club attacks from the inside. So right here, if I go here and I tilt this way, see, club attacks from the inside, down the line, inside. Okay, not this, this is over the top. Okay, so this is going to start to get you to hit the ball on target instead of hitting pulls, pull hooks, pull slices. Okay, so it's all about building the first axis, creating the tilt, then building the second axis. Okay, and I would probably be doing that, you know, like I said, look at the label on the back of the ball, use your feet as a guide. You could watch yourself in a mirror, okay, watching you in a mirror. Move your head over here. You'll feel like you've got tons of weight now on your back foot. We're going to create this tilt as we swing through. Then your head goes here over top of your forward leg, creating the second axis. All right, so maybe start off slow. Just get the coordination with the move. This is completely different. You're not going to get this in like 2 seconds, okay? I remember to this day still working on this many, many years ago. I don't know exactly how long it took me, but I remember doing many practice sessions trying to get that head moving away from the ball. Okay, it is a bit tricky. And if you're someone that is left eye dominant, easy way to get this is to do what Jack Nicklaus did and just tilt your head, tilt your chin. Okay, so you're here like this. Okay, just before you take it back, you want to move your chin. That'll allow you to be able to coil without going like this and hitting your shoulder against your chin. Okay, so if you are left eye dominant, just move your chin, then do it. You'll see it's going to be so much easier to move your head. All right, so like I said, I just want you to try this. Okay, I know there's people out there that tell you to keep the head still. I get it. I've seen it all. Okay, but if you try something new and it works way better, then maybe you should move your head. Okay, and I want you to make that decision. So don't just try this for 3 balls though. I want you to try it with basically a bucket of balls. Okay, once you start doing that, you'll see what I mean. Hit the ball a lot better. Then you're going to want to keep moving your head. I truly hope you've enjoyed this tip. You know, I've been teaching a powerful, effortless, pain-free golf swing now since 1991. If you'd like to learn this type of swing, then head on over to bodyswing.com/free samples, click the link up here or in the description below, and I'll send you some free samples of my Body Swing book and video series that take you step by step by step through how to build a powerful, effortless, pain-free golf swing. So once again, head on over to bodyswing.com/free samples, click the link up here or in the description below, and I'll send you the free samples right away.